All right. Hey everyone. So today we are going to do our first fitness challenge. So if you've had PE with us before, you would know that we normally do fitness testing at the beginning of semester, at quarter, and then at the end of semester to track our progress. Well, we're going to do something a little bit different. So think of it as a remote style fitness testing. We're going to call it our fitness challenge. Okay. So what you are going to do, Mr. Hogow and myself are going to demonstrate 5 different exercises that you will be doing. For each exercise, you're going to do as many reps as you can in 2 minutes time. Okay, so for example, your first exercise is going to be push-ups. You're going to do as many push-ups as you can in 2 minutes, regular push-ups, so not modified, and then you are going to write down that score, okay? So as many as you can do in 2 minutes. So let's say that you do non-stop push-ups for 1 minute and then you need to take a little bit of breather and there's still time left on the clock. You can hop back in and finish your push-ups and try to add more to your score. Okay, so you're going to track as many reps as you can do in 2 minutes. Then you're going to have a 1 to 2 minute breather. You're going to write down your score so you don't forget it, and then at the end we will show you how to track those scores on Canvas. Okay, so Mr. Hogow and myself are going to demonstrate the 5 exercises that you are going to be doing, so make sure that you are paying attention, and if you have any questions, ask us in the chat before we get started. All right. All right, so the first exercise that you're going to do is push-ups, and again, you're going to do as many as you can do with correct form for 2 minutes, and then you're going to take a 1 minute breather, come back, report your scores, and then you'll move on to the second activity, okay? So when we're doing your push-ups, we want your hands to be about shoulder width apart, okay? We don't want it to be super wide because that puts too much stress on your shoulders, okay? So it needs to be about shoulder width apart. You do need to do regular push-ups, so no modifications, so your knees cannot be on the ground during this point, okay? So you're going to do as many as you can, full push-ups, and then if you need to take a little bit of a breather in between, you can pause and then jump back in if you still have time left in the 2 minutes, okay? So you're going to start in here in push-up position, and you are going to go down, all the way down, and all the way up, okay? So all the way down, all the way up. If I had something like a fist on the ground, I would go down until my chest hit the fist, and then before I press back up, okay? So from the side view, you're in a regular push-up position. I am going all the way down, all the way back up, and that is 1 rep, okay? Make sure that there's no hills, meaning here, okay? We don't want any type of these push-ups and no valleys, so we don't want any of these push-ups, okay? So really tight core in this position, all the way down so your chest hits the floor, and then straight back up, and that would be 1 rep, okay? All right, so our next activity is max lunges in 2 minutes, okay? And so we did lunges in warm-ups, but just a couple of reminders. When you're lunging forward, you're going to go forward with your right leg first, lunge down so your back knee is hovering just above the ground. I have a good 90-degree angle in this front leg, and then I'm going to push back to the standing position, okay? Then I'm going to do it with my other leg. So my left leg is hopping forward, good 90-degree angle here. My back knee is hovering above the floor, and then I push back. So that's 1 rep, okay? So when you're counting reps on lunges, you have to do both sides. So right, and then left, and that's 1 rep. Do it again, right, and left, and that would be 2 reps, okay? So from the side view, just a reminder, when you're lunging forward, you want to make sure this is a good 90-degree angle. Your knee is stacked over the top of your ankle, and your back knee is hovering just above the floor. I do not want to see any of these. Notice how my knee is way over the top of my toes, okay? So this is a good lunge. I push back, and then I do it on the opposite side. I push back, and that would be 1 rep.
Okay, y'all, the next activity is sit-ups. You can do it from a seated position, or you can put your toes and feet underneath your bed. Now, the whole point is to be able to make sure as you go down, your shoulder blades hit every single time. Your elbows have to go up to mid-thigh or up to the top of the knee. Now remember, we're trying to go as fast as we can, so it's all about as many reps as we possibly can do. Well, let's get after it. For the next activity, squats. You have to make sure that your feet are shoulder apart, your toes are pointing straight or slightly out, and when you bend down, your hips have to reach the same level as your knee. Another good way to see it is your thighs are parallel to the floor. Make sure you have a proud chest and you look straight ahead every single time. Let's go. For next activity, mountain climbers, you enter push-up position, and every single time your right foot comes up and left foot comes back up, that's 1. Now, the whole point is go as fast as you can without also trying to keep your hips down. Here's a recap of what your fitness test will be. You'll be 2 minutes of max push-ups, 2 minutes of max lunges, 2 minutes of max sit-ups, 2 minutes of max squats, and 2 minutes of max mountain climbers, with a 1 minute rest in between. Now, let's get after it all. Make sure you record all your reps.